What if I told you there was a way to double your income, but at the same time, increase your overall quality of life as a videographer or freelancer? Recently, some of my favorite TikToks and Reels have been the ones where they're joking about the life of being a videographer. And honestly, it's because they're so true. Many times we are looking for ways to make more money, but also I want to help you build a better life in the process. Huge thanks to Uscreen for sponsoring a part of this video, and hit that subscribe button because we are almost at 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 members of the Creative Fam. As a videographer, we live and breathe by our ability to shoot videos for clients. Even when I first started shooting real estate video and then eventually moving on to corporate interviews and now working with some of the biggest brands in the world, the one thing that I've always recognized is that there's almost always a one-for-one exchange of our art and time for money. I have a really close friend, let's name him Jarrell for the sake of this example, but Jarrell is an aspiring videographer. Now, currently he is shooting part-time with the aspirations of being able to go full-time. He's getting a lot of shooting opportunities. However, he's constantly finding himself looking for the next client. Some months are better than others, but he's always on that lookout. Now, I'm sure you can probably relate to this struggle, and this is the struggle that I want to help you solve today. See, as a filmmaker, we have a huge advantage in the market right now. No matter what industry you are in, there is one thing that everybody needs, not wants, but needs, and that is content. Now, you might think that because all industries, regardless to if you're a dentist, a realtor, or you own your own business, because everybody needs content, that there should be this gold rush of filmmakers who are needed in order to create this content. However, I'm finding that this is not really the case. See, because this content is needed at such a rapid pace, people don't actually have the budget to actually be able to afford as much content as they need. And this is where I personally think filmmakers can really benefit. See, personally, it baffles me how many filmmakers who create videos regularly for other clients who don't actually create content for themselves. As we all know that we have a value. It's the reason why clients reach out to us anyway, but so many of us are unable to create content for ourselves, and I don't know why. Personally, it's in my opinion that it's by creating content for yourself that you are not only gonna be able to double your income, and I'll show you exactly how you can do that in just a moment, but you're also gonna be able to create a better life for yourself. And take it from me, as someone who now has a YouTube channel, has created their own premium content, and still creates content for clients, it is the way to go. Let me give you a quick reason why I know this is the solution. As someone who shot content for clients for many years before I started creating my own social content, I personally know the struggle of being in a month that's a bad month. And when those clients call you in those moments, it is the hardest thing to ask for your worth, because let's be honest, we just need to pay rent that month. And the hardest thing is to say no to a job. And this is one of the biggest benefits of creating content for yourself. Once you have another source of income that's not tied to clients when it comes to shooting videos, it makes it much easier to say yes and no to the right projects. Another major benefit of being able to create your own content and create for yourself is that it opens you up to new opportunities. By creating content that's inspired by the things that you already love, you're gonna start to make connections with people within those industries. For example, I've had my own video production company for about the last 10 plus years. But since that, I started my own YouTube channel talking about filmmaking. But it's through filmmaking and through this channel that I've gotten a chance to work with some of the most amazing brands that personally, I don't know if I would have still gotten those same opportunities if I was just doing my video production company. For example, B&H, Red, Dell, Verizon, and many others. All of these brands came through YouTube. They came from me creating content for myself, not for clients. And this is one of the biggest breakthroughs that I personally had when it came to making content for myself. But I know what you're saying, Brandon, there's so many filmmaking channels out there. Should I make a filmmaking channel because I like making videos? Actually, I don't think you should. Actually, I think you should figure out what is the thing in your life that you already love doing outside of filmmaking and make content around that. The main reason being is that in filmmaking, everybody's videos look great. Everyone knows how to light, everyone has the right gear, and your content doesn't stand out because you're a good filmmaker. However, I'm sure there's something that you are interested in, whether that's food, cars. Maybe it's a really cool hobby that's very niche that you personally find tons of enjoyment in. If you can bring your skills as a filmmaker into that industry, your content will immediately stand out because you have those skill sets. But more importantly, now you can dabble more into the hobbies and more into the things that you love, but bring your love of filmmaking to it, and it just makes everything that much better. So I know what you're thinking, Brandon, this all sounds great and grand, but I don't really have time to do this. How am I going to do this? And honestly, how is it going to make me more money and really double my income? Well, I'm going to give you actually two main reasons and two ways that I think you can personally jump in right now and start making money fairly quickly. The first is just with social content. Now, as we all know, shorts, Reels, TikToks, they are taking over. However, if you're a filmmaker who's been shooting for clients, you may not be aware, but all of the platforms are currently fighting to monetize short form content. And I personally think that this is fantastic for filmmakers because truth is most of us have tons of footage that's probably already sitting on hard drives that we could turn into short form content without a ton of extra work. See, we have a benefit over everybody else who's currently trying to make content online. We already know the game. We already know how to edit. We already know how to shoot. We already know how to light. And so it's for these reasons that give us a leg up when it comes to creating short form content. So I personally think right now, if you are a filmmaker who's shooting for clients and you're trying to figure out how to start making some money on social, you should start with shorts. All of the platforms are pushing it hard and they're all trying to monetize it in order to help creators make more content. And so it's a very easy play, and it's one that I think you should definitely jump into right now. Now, the second way is actually the reason why I personally think that as filmmakers, we really stand out. Yes, a lot of people are making shorts on their phone, which means having high quality equipment maybe isn't as beneficial. However, when it comes to creating premium content, this is 100% where we can all win. Now, what do I mean by premium content? Well, premium content, as far as I'm concerned, it's just any content that you create and you put behind some sort of paywall. Now, the best part is on social, they're actually helping us do this again. Like for example, on YouTube and on Instagram, you can have content that you put out on those platforms, but it's only viewable by people who sign up for your subscriptions. Now, I do think that this is a quick and easy way to actually make some money on these platforms. However, I don't necessarily think this is the best way. And the main reason being is because these content platforms run off of a uncontrollable algorithm. Now, as a lot of you guys maybe already have experienced over on Instagram, the algorithm can literally shift overnight and just completely obliterate your reach that you were getting the day before. And so it's for this reason that when it comes to making premium content, I do strongly recommend making your own premium content on your own platform. That's exactly what I have personally done with the Creative Fam Academy. So this is a platform that I created for aspiring filmmakers, people who are looking to take their filmmaking journey to the next level. I teach things like the business side of filmmaking. I also teach the actual technical aspects, like how to light, how to actually get proper composition, and even how to actually dive into specific industries like real estate and weddings in order to make that into a full-time career. Now, because my social channels are about filmmaking, it made perfect sense for me to make a paid platform around filmmaking. However, for you, this could be something different. No matter what that hobby was that we talked about earlier, if that is something that you are interested in and you're making social content about it, you could very easily make premium content about that same industry. And the best part is because you already have the skills of filmmaking, i.e. clients are paying you for it, it makes perfect sense for you to make premium content around whatever your current interest is because you can make the best content for that industry. Now, building a platform like the Creative Fam Academy is actually not that difficult. I personally use Uscreen. Now, the reason why I use Uscreen is because as far as I'm concerned, it literally is the best place to host your videos online if you're going to build an online video platform. They have so many benefits that are very video specific, and as filmmakers, we can greatly take advantage of them. One of the biggest ones is not only can you have this online library of content that you choose choose how you want to sell, whether you want to sell it by individual videos, you want to do bundles, or like what I'm doing with the Creative Fam Academy, I'm doing a membership, so where people sign up and they have access to the entire library. But not only do they get a great viewing experience on their desktop, but Uscreen does give you the ability to choose to create a mobile app. So for example, with the Creative Fam Academy, we not only have the online access, but we also have mobile access. You can go into the App Store, Google Play Store, download the Creative Fam Academy app and access our entire library there and take the content on the go. You can even download the videos for offline viewing, and this is what I like about Uscreen. I am not a coder. I am not great at building websites, but Uscreen makes the process that much easier. So all I have to do is focus on creating amazing content that I think filmmakers will benefit from, upload it to the platform, and they do all the hard work of making sure that the content is ready for those viewers. You know, the thing I like about Uscreen is that I've actually found that it's not even just for education purposes. For example, if you want to make content about really any industry, whether that's about fitness, yoga, cooking, I mean, really anything, you can make your own content and put it on this platform, and it really can develop however you need it to. If you are a filmmaker and you are looking to build an online video-based platform, I do strongly recommend checking out Uscreen. Like I said, it's what I use for my platform, the Creative Fam Academy, and I think you can actually benefit from checking it out. If you check out the links down below in the description, you can even sign up for a free trial. So that way you can test it out, check it out, use all of the systems that it has before you commit. But personally, I honestly think this is the best way to go if you're a videographer. Now look, if we're gonna get real for just a second, I get it. Like, as a videographer, as someone who is trying to make this career work, I understand that we all have very limited time. And this is the reason why this is the recommendation I have for you. No matter how many clients you work with, and trust me, I've worked with hundreds, possibly thousands of clients over the last 10 years, 10 plus years. I know that every time you work with a client is a one-for-one exchange. However, when you start creating content for yourself, when you start making content for social and eventually start making premium content, or you figure out another way to monetize the content that you create for yourself, ultimately making you your own client, it is the only time that I've ever seen in my career that I start to actually build a snowball where it's no longer a one-for-one exchange. Because as I continue to grow, my business gets better. And there's no longer that one-for-one exchange till honestly you get to a place where you have more freedom. And that is the improvement of life I was talking about at the beginning of the video. When you start creating for yourself, not only are you building a better life, but then you get the opportunity to really be more decisive with the type of client work that you want to take on. And honestly, this is where you really find enjoyment in your work. You know, I've said no to jobs that I didn't really want to do. So when I say yes, I find full enjoyment in those client projects. But at the same time, I'm still able to continue to create for myself. And every time I do that, I start to build a bigger and bigger snowball that just makes for a better life overall. So this is what I want for you. And this is the reason why I made this video. It's the reason why I also made the Creative Fam Academy. My goal is really just to help those who were just like me, people who were working from job to job, people who are aspiring to be filmmakers. This is the reason why I have this channel. I want to help filmmakers have a better life. And honestly, at the end of the day, just do what they love, because that's really where I am and that's where I want you to be too. But thanks so much for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.